So I wanted to show kind of what we've done with the garden. There's been a lot of changes. This actually used to be pretty much all asphalt, which is crazy to imagine that we pulled it all with a pickaxe. We did, truly. But it's all gone. All the asphalt's gone. We brought in a bunch of fill dirt. This is actually the original garden from last year. So this will be our second year doing this. So this was the original, and we said, all right, let's just go big or go home. So I wanted just to share this because for ourselves, I really wanted to be able to remember kind of where we came from. And I actually wish I had started this a long time ago when we were still using the pickaxe to get rid of the asphalt. So we've come through, we've cleaned up this whole area. Let's take a look inside. So we made a walkway. We've got the sprinkler risers out right now. We are going to bury those, so we're going to trench that and bury it. But what we've got going on here, this is really our last step, is to, before planting, is to install our drip lines. So we've got a bunch of these spider heads. And the original sprinkler line is here, right here, you can see that. And then these teed off. And actually they ended right where that spider is right now. And so we'll take drip lines off these. We were gonna do, well, last year we did, I don't know, not overhead sprinklers, but not drip lines. And we had a lot of problems with mold. So wanted to try to figure that out. So we're gonna use drip lines. You can see our first round of drip lines is actually spread out over here. And so we've got all the areas marked. This will be peppers over here. Then we go into broccoli and cabbage, which we're having such a warm February that it's really difficult to start those seeds and seedlings because it's just so warm. We're in South Alabama, so warm and humid this year. Then this right here, you'll see these poles will pull like trellis line. I'm not really sure what you call it, but it's a white line. And then, so there's Zoe. Hi, Zoe. So this will be for tomatoes. We'll have a row of tomatoes. And then what we did, this is a total experiment. Have no idea if it's going to work. But we wanted to keep stuff off the ground as much as possible because it is so wet here. So we built a trellis that goes over so the pole beans can actually climb on the back side of the trellis. So kind of just double purpose the trellis, so tomatoes and then the beans will be on the other side. So we'll see if that works. And we got another trellis here. This is where we'll pull the line, the trellis line for the tomatoes. So this is the other side of it. Keep those babies off the ground, give them some more structure. And then we've got another pole bean trellis over here. I think this is going to be pink eye purple hull. But you can see our garden path here. So we made that. We brought in a ton of fill dirt, particularly here where we're facing right now. And then we've got, let's see, spinach, collards. We've got some cherry tomatoes. And this we get into our cauliflower, celery, cucumbers. We've got all the little labels here. We brought in so much fill dirt. Some of them you can't even see. Then the exterior side of the garden, that just on the outside where you see the straw, that is actually going to be flowers. Probably not flowers right in front of the trellises, but it'll be just a line of flowers around to just kind of finish it out and make it look pretty. Come here, Peanut. You want to come inside? Oops. Zoe is a constant. She's always with me wherever I go, and so she is the garden helper. Let's see what else. So cucumbers will be over here. This will be more of the white trellis over here, like we would use for the tomatoes back over there. And then more beans. We love our beans. And then over here we've got melons, watermelons. We start getting into pumpkin, winter squash, and then the line over here, this whole line, you can see that runs right here, will be like zucchini, yellow squash, black beauty, all of those. Kind of see how they do. We had some problems with mold, so there's going to be some, it's going to be a lot of vinegar water mixture to try to keep it off. We love okra, so we're going to have a big okra area over here. And then if you look kind of right back over here, you can see that right there. This whole section is going to be sweet potatoes. So we actually have 4 dogs and we cook for them. And hey Zozo. And so they eat a lot of sweet potatoes. And we like sweet potatoes too. So we needed a really big area. And so this is basically the layout for the garden. I'm super excited. We've got the sprinkler lines left to put in. I'll put up the trellises after the sprinkler lines are in, or the mesh trellises, not the ones that are already there. They're obviously there already, but the mesh trellises we'll put in after we run the lines. I got to do some drawings on exactly where we're going to be putting the lines. We're going to use the square foot garden method, so try to get as much as we can into a smaller space. But we'll have corn over here, lettuces if they grow. It's a little warm right now for lettuces already, so we shall see. Could be a great experiment. We've got onions over there. We've got some eggplant, peppers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I went through most all of it. Just really wanted to just see I wish I had started keeping track of this earlier, but we're super excited to get this off the ground and rolling. We actually made the drainage, you can see, so it drains properly. We'll have pollinators around the outside, and we had some really cool mammoth sunflowers last year that we'll do again. And yeah, so welcome to the dog farm garden.